help here? McAfee says the Coffin corner is the corner of the end zone between the 10-yard line and the goal line. Make it happen. Right there. Perfect.
I want to punch your footballs.
Watch this ball. Placed just where it has to be placed. Comes right down in what they used to say in the old days, the Coffin corner.
The Coffin corner buried punt returns and was a calling card for greats like the Raiders' Ray Guy.
Not a bad kick at all. As he slices it out of bounds, no chance for a return.
And Regal Jeff Feagles.
Rodenhauser with a snap, gets it to Feagles. High, spiraling kick, tries to ram it to the Coffin corner. He does a good job, and he kicks it out of bounds inside the 5.
I know what I'm doing.
It was always a difficult kick to execute.
So after all of that, Dave Jennings, a very frustrated punter.
He was trying to get it out of bounds, you know, one of those Coffin corner shots.
And now, in the 2020s, the Coffin corner has been dead and gone for decades. If anyone can raise the Coffin corner from the dead, it's Pat. He was an all-pro punter.
Pat McAfee is an excellent punter. You're kicking the rugby punt. You aim for the 10-yard line.
And for 8 seasons, Pat played with the swagger of a linebacker. We finally have provided an episode on punting. The viewers at ESPN Plus, do you think they'll watch?
Well, I do think it is a niche group that will love this episode.
Why did you become a punter? You could tackle, you had other options.
What a hit by Pat. When I was born, I just had a rocket attached to my right hip. I used to play soccer. Instead of running 7 miles to kick a ball, I decided to do it with 3 steps.
McAfee, a high punt. Brian Witherspoon with the sun in his eyes.
I wasn't accurate enough to be a field goal kicker.
What a punt! And the Colts will kill it at the 1-yard line.
I just had a strong leg and was dumb, so they said, let's have this guy punt.
Great punt by Pat McAfee.
You know, Peyton, it used to be like a rule. If you played quarterback, you also have to do the most important position, which is punt.
Most important position. Did you phrase that correctly? The punting part? Or
Fourth down quarterback.
The Spurrier punt.
Pat is right.
Dante Pastorini is their passer, their punter, their leader.
Punting used to be part of a quarterback's job description.
Ball punt to Luckman. Now watch Sam in the upper left-hand corner. Ball makes the tackle, and he's out.
In 1940, Slingin' Sammy Ball averaged 51 yards per punt, an NFL record.
Slingin' Sammy Ball, voted the greatest living quarterback of all time by the Associated Press, sets a world record.
Slingin' Sammy's record stood until 2022, when it was finally surpassed by Tennessee's Ryan Stonehouse.
Slinging Sammy Ball. I like to call him Slam Ball Sammy Ball because that's what he did with his foot.
I worked on punting more than I did passing, to tell you the truth.
The reason why he put foot to leather is because normally the quarterback is the best athlete. The best athlete can normally catch well, can throw well, and obviously bomb footballs, and that's what Sammy Ball did.
Sid Luckman's punts gave George Halas's Monsters of the Midway their bite.
The rifle aim of Sid Luckman, a tight spot, 40 yards.
And Norm Van Brocklin punted the Eagles to a world championship in 1960.
Van Brocklin takes his time as he aims his boot for the slippery right corner of the field.
The last quarterback to punt was Danny White, the old Cowboys quarterback.
Danny White trying for the sideline. Got it. 26th time that he's nailed the corner inside the 20. That's pretty good.
Why do you think quarterbacks don't punt anymore?
It's because these analytics and stats say, if we have Peyton Manning as the quarterback of our football team, why are we going to risk a hamstring to our starting quarterback? Quarterbacks are paid so much, they're so important, and their hamstrings are so incredibly fragile.
And went the hamstring. In the punter community, Ray Guy was the guy.
Yeah, so Ray Guy, Hall of Famer, obviously. First one ever, and we are very, very grateful for that. That's good for punters.
Ray Guy, many call him the greatest punter in the history of the NFL. Watch him. If he kicks the ball well, his right knee will almost hit his face. 50-yarders are average for him.
The founding father of Coffin Corner, he changed the game because he had that massive leg and he had great technique.
Ray Guy gets the punt of the day as he narrows it to the 3.
That last nail in the coffin, that might have been it right there.
What guys have done with that technique since then is truly remarkable. Shane Leckler literally went to the Pro Bowl, I think, like 45 years straight.
What a shot. What a blast there by Leckler. That'll be a 76-yard punt.
The guy would be able to hammer a beer on a Saturday night and then murder football on Sunday every single week.
Leckler lets it fly. And it's another beauty. A 62-yard punt by Shane Leckler.
I'll tell you one thing right now. Shane Leckler is an asset. Dude's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Pat sure was an asset for us.
Punt by McAfee, hangs way up in the air. The ball takes a Colts bounce inside the 5, and this time the Colts pick it up at about the 4-yard line. 74, that's Pat's longest punt ever.
So who's the Dick Butkus of punters when it comes to tackling?
You know, I enjoyed mixing it up, showcasing to the boys that, hey, if I have to, although I'm a delicate flower, I will put my body on the line for this team.
And the punter able to wrap him up and bring him down.
I saw you knock one of my teammates out when I was playing for the Broncos, right over there.
Holiday this time. McAfee bangs him out of bounds. Oh, McAfee hit as hard as most linebackers.
Yeah, Sunday Night Football, a lot of people watching.
I don't think I've ever seen a kicker with this kind of hit. That was awesome.
That was a big one. But if I had to give a crown to a punter that used to absolutely hurt people, Matt Bosher, who played for the Falcons, he was looking for contact after every single kick.
You talk about form tackle. Lower your hips, drive through the player.
I loved watching that, dude.
Who says punters aren't players?
There's a lot of us that don't mind making the play, but we're all sore for at least 3-4 days afterward.
Enough with the action figures. The time had come to bring the creepiest kick of all time back from the grave. Let's see if you can, on the fly or on the bounce, land a punt in the coffin in Coffin Corner.
I told you this would be a killer show, didn't I?
I think in honor of the great Reggie Roby, who used to punt with a watch, you should wear this.
Oh, nice. Not a Rolex.
Reggie Roby's still the only punter in football that wears a watch to punt.
We're on an ESPN Plus budget here, Pat. You need to wear that so you can know your hang time.
Yeah, I think Reggie Roby, though, punted with a Rolex. He had a Rolex. I think it was in the contract.
You never know what you have to do when you're out there on that football field.
Somebody might ask you, what time is it?
We're on the clock. I have to get that coffin back to the funeral parlor in an hour. Let's go.
Still not a Rolex.
You made that clear.
Darren Bennett, end over end, Aussie kick.
Drop the ball end over end like this, and then it's a bigger, fatter spot. You can swing harder, won't go as far. Back in the day, it used to be all spiral, but you'd catch one and it'd go too far. Now, it's like you got a wedge. Shout out to Australia.
Toss the shrimp on the Barbie. You killed that one. Ooh. There it is. Close.
We'll get there.
Dead ball.
What the hell, Pete? What are we doing, funerals now?
Can't spell funeral without fun. It's got a chance.
Oh.
Rest in peace.
Hey, it's a good watch.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
All right, here we go. Make it count.
He still got it. The guy still got it. Coffin Corner's still alive,
Dead ball. Baby. Dead ball.
Yes!
I thought ESPN Plus was the rock bottom, but now this.
Here, Peyton, you try, okay? Nobody wants to see me punt the ball well. They want to see you do terrible at this.
Here we go. That hurt.
Oh, boy.
I think it's time to put my leg in that coffin, Pat.
With your arm. That looked like Pat McAnally a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, if he blew both hamstrings, a knee, and an ankle at the same time. Oh.
It's gonna hit the hearse. This is why I never entered a punt, pass, and kick competition. A little better?
Yes! All right, come on, Peyton. Be like punting Sammy Ball.
Punting Sammy Ball? Slinging Sammy Ball?
He's punting Sammy Ball to us, pal.
I've never heard that.
at you banging this thing, bro.
Pete, what are we doing? Anthony Richardson could be our punter.
Herky-jerky, but very athletic.
Look out, Slinging Sammy.
You just hit it. Let's go.
Punting Peyton's in the house.
Let's go, dude. That was incredible. Why didn't you quit kicking?
Punters.
The Coffin corner was always tricky.
Only a 7-yard punt.
He was pointing that ball towards the sideline. He was trying to go for the Coffin corner, and he shanked the doggone thing.
Modern punting techniques and coverage tactics made the Coffin corner obsolete. Nowadays, it's all about power, not finesse.
Why don't they kick for Coffin corner anymore? Well, this is the 1990s version of Coffin corner. You just put the ball up there, let it bounce, and down it.
You mentioned Ray Guy earlier. Urban legend has it, Guy hit the gondola and the Superdome roof.
That's no urban legend, Peyton. No, that really happened. Fact, real life, just like all those aliens over there at Area 51.
Pat is right again. Ray Guy punted as if he was from another planet. And in the 1975 Pro Bowl, Guy really did hit the Superdome gondola.
Ray Guy, he's hit it consistently in practice, has done it again. There's the gondola.
Let's see if you can do it. Can you hit the roof here at Lucas Oil Stadium?
That's a $720 million roof that Mr. Irsay put in here. I am not going to start banging balls off of that thing.
I've already talked to him. He wants to see if you can do it.
Okay.
Looks like you could use a little help.
I'm stumped, Peyton. Totally stumped. Why is there a hot air balloon tank on our sideline?
This is going to help you hit the top of the roof. It's going to help us get to the bottom of the biggest punting scandal in football history. November 13th, 1977.
For every punter, that's a day that'll forever live in infamy.
America knows about Deflategate. It's time they learn about Inflategate. Bum Phillips accused Ray Guy of pumping helium into footballs to increase his hang time.
Guy just kicked that thing way up into the sky.
Did he or didn't he? It was the mother of all inflated football controversies that followed.
We all know that air pressure is a function of the atmospheric conditions.
Here's the snap to Ray Guy, and he gets it away. And does he kick it? Wowee!
What really happened is a mystery. I just had to get to the bottom of it.
Thus far, Ray Guy has been one of the most potent forces in the ballgame. Kiss my...
Bum Phillips was full of... There was no helium in those footballs. He made up a lie. What Ray Guy did was just amazing, and Bum Phillips couldn't take it. Couldn't take a punter being this superhero.
So how do you explain Guy's incredible hang time that day?
It must have been an atmospheric anomaly.
This is full of helium. What do you say we find out?
Let's go. All right. Here we go. Up, up, and away.
To infinity and beyond. Whoa. Good punt. Ooh. That was your best one.
Yeah. Needed it, you know? Little second
Heard
guy.
that little sound there.
Yeah.
Now that's what I call raising the roof. Thanks to the helium and some sound effects from NFL films, Pat reached his ceiling.